Before discussing today's meeting, let me comment briefly on recent developments in the banking sector. Conditions in that sector have broadly improved since early March, and the U.S. banking system is sound and resilient.
Well, the real problem with Credit Suisse, which is the analog, is they never made any money. Deutsche Bank is actually very profitable. So let's start there. Why bail out a bank that is just a chronic loser versus a bank that's doing well? Let's start with Signature Bank. This is a New York-based commercial bank, but it's got 36 private client offices sprinkled across the New York metro area, California, and North Carolina. The thing about Signature is that it's a business-oriented bank. And to the extent that they have a consumer business, it's focused on the wealthy, namely business owners and senior executives who do a lot of business. And you can make a lot of money working with them.
Many had thought once First Republic was taken into receivership on Monday or Sunday night that we would be through this, including the likes of Jamie Dimon and many others. We may not be. It may be being created by those who are shorting the stocks, the very panic that then would lead to some of the outcomes that we're talking about. But nonetheless, here we are. So,
but David, I mean, you're talking about really fine institutions that are key to the fabric of our country, an M&T, a Regions, a Citizens, a Truist. We can't not have Huntington Bank.
No.
I mean, if you're a congressman right now and you have the depth of what your community is about, I think you would say, did Jay Powell read the papers?
I know. We may need more consolidation. We've said that.
But
what do you mean? Jay Powell raised rates 25 basis points yesterday with seemingly a necessary concern about exactly what the tightening is going to be like that comes from all these banks that aren't going to be lending anymore.
Well, his point yesterday in the presser was that when he was in government, there were many more banks than there are today. So consolidation's been going on for a long time.
Right. Well, if we want consolidation, we could have, I'd say, some real midnight or 3 a.m. consolidation going on. The problem is, David, PNC's in one of these indices. That's in the second index, the IAT. People are so busy breaking PNC. How do they have the ability to be able to be the merger? The consolidator.
PacWest would like to be consolidated, but at this point, its market cap is virtually
one
nothing.
Thing you don't do. I mean, I really appreciate when insiders buy stock.
Yeah.
But, you know, this thing's happening so fast that I don't sit there and say, well, you know what, geez, there's some insider stock bought. What I say is, okay, everybody, did they not realize when they put J.P. Morgan together, these others, that they left the door open here, the FDIC left the door open for a Comerica, which is an extraordinarily good bank. In the 30s, Comerica was an extraordinarily good bank. That Comerica could be broken by these indices. I think that this notion of breaking a stock is so alien to what the FDIC is that they were somewhat kind of like Bambi. Bambi did not Bambi's mom. I'm giving him a little heads up.
Right.
But there's a thumper notice here, just to use literally something
naivete.
Everybody
You're talking
knows.
about naivete. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're on the conference calls for the regionals, for the really good regionals, say in Ohio, which are excellent banks, they have very sticky deposits. There's no one pulling out. They're good. But this is a shoot first, questions later, because these indices are bringing these down. Now, if I was once with a CEO who said, listen, I've got to get out of an index because the index is pushing my bank, my company down. These people should be petitioning the SEC and saying, get me the hell out of that index. That is not something that's out of the realm. Because when I see I'm going to pick on Comerica for 1 second because it's a great bank. When I see the percentage of uninsured share of customer deposits, a percent above FDIC guaranteed threshold, then you're in a good luck situation. And I don't think they deserve that. I'm a defender of these banks. These are the fabric of our country.
Before discussing today's meeting, let me comment briefly on recent developments in the banking sector. Conditions in that sector have broadly improved since early March, and the U.S. banking system is sound and resilient.